So,
Die.
welcome
Die.
everyone to class 119, the Biblical Foundation, which is the book of Genesis, also known as the book of beginnings, beginnings of everything. Oh, here comes one more student. And so we are now going to do a review of last study of Isaiah taking away. So it's our last study of chapter 24 before we move on to chapter 25. And so Bernadette and Sophia arrived just in time for Genesis chapter 25. So welcome, Eitor. Okay, so I'll tell you when we want you to speak, Heitor. So Lucas, please start with Genesis 24:66 to 67 in English.
And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah, and she became his wife. And he loved her. And Isaac was comforted after his mother's death.
Beautifully pronounced. E Isaac trouxe-a para a tenda de sua mãe Sara, e tomou a Rebeca, e foi-lhe por mulher, e amou-a. Assim Isaac foi consolado depois da morte da sua mãe. So, I think as we mentioned last class, this is one of the loveliest verses in the Bible of of first love, and the lines that came before it. It's a beautiful scene between Rebecca and Isaac. Okay, so question one to Pedro. Can you tell us, read question one, please, Pedro?
Okay. Did Isaiah delay in marrying Rebecca?
Okay, so Lucas, what do you think? Yes or no?
No,
Okay, and why? Correct. Why do you think no? Why do you say no?
because Rebecca, she, what is the word? I not remember the word.
Okay, where in the verse might it tell us that? It says Isaac brought her into his mother's tent, dot, 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 and she became his wife. That sounds fast. Like he brought her into the tent and immediately they decided to marry. All right, so your answer is correct. Yes. Or rather, no. Isaac did not delay in marrying Rebecca. And we can also say, uh, that's continues our theme from all of chapter 24, that when doing God's will, don't delay. When doing God's will, don't delay. Okay, so Eitor, can you unmute yourself and read question two in English? Eitor, you're still muted. Oh, wait a second. He's trying to come in through another. There he is. Good to see you, Eitor.
Then we have two, Heitor.
Oh, I know. Well, let's first of all say hi. Hi, Eitor. Is that your mother, Eitor? Oh, okay. It's still on mute though, or we can't hear you. So we're gonna jump to what while you fix the technical problems. So Sophia, can you kindly read question two in English?
How was Isaac's love for Rebekah unlike that
that of all other patriarchs.
Very good. That's patriarchs.
Patriarchs.
Very good. Okay. So, Hector or Daniela, say something when you think the we can hear you when the mic is working. Ok, pode falar quando você acham que o microfone está funcionando. Okay, Bernadette, can you read question 3 in English?
Does this strengthen Isaac as a type for Christ?
Okay. Oh, wait a second. We didn't answer question 2. I'm going too fast. Okay. So to answer, if the microphone, se a microfone não funciona para Heitor, talvez ele vai precisar somente ouvir hoje à noite. Mas a gente deixa vocês tentar resolver, tá? Okay, so let's go back to question 2. So, how was Isaac's love for Rebekah unlike that of all other patriarchs? Maybe Lucas or Pedro remember from last week. How was Isaac's love for Rebekah unlike that of all other patriarchs?
He married one woman.
That's absolutely correct. Excellent, Lucas. Okay, so he is the only patriarch who had no other wife. Okay,
Yes.
excellent. So very well remembered. That's a big, big difference. Okay, so I'm sorry. So now, Bernadette, can you repeat question 3? Bernadette, can you repeat question 3 in English?
Okay. Does this strengthen Isaac as a type for Christ?
Okay, thank you. Very well pronounced. What do you think? So, we already discussed in prior classes how Isaac is a type for Christ. So what we just learned about Isaac, does that strengthen the case that he is a type for Christ? So what do you think? We just learned that he had no other wife. Does that sound like Christ-like to you? I think
Yes,
yes. Okay. And why? So how does Christ have only one wife? And who is that wife?
Christ has only the church as wife, as a
Exact,
bride, that he will he will come to brought to him.
exactly. That we will marry him in heaven after the rapture. And it's only one bride. All right. He's waiting for us. He's waiting for us. So Isaac and Christ have a number of similarities. Okay, so Lucas, can you kindly read question 4 in English?
Where in the Bible is Isaiah confirmed as a type for Christ?
Okay, very well pronounced. So where do you think? Does anyone remember from last week? Remember what we say in this class often, that the answer is often found where?
In the next verse.
Correct. Okay, so let's look to the next verse, and then someone might tell me what book that is, where that mystery book is. So, Pedro, can you kindly read XX 3:16?
Okay, now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He saith not, and to seeds as for many, but as for one, as of one, and to thy seed which is Christ.
Very well done. Thank you. So let me try that in Portuguese. Oramos, as promessas foram feitas a Abraão e à sua descendência. Now diz, e as descendências, como falando de muitos, mas como de uma só. E a tua descendência que é Cristo. All right, so when it says, and to thy seed, Isaac is the seed of Abraham, and the comparison is already made directly Isaac to Christ in this verse. So, do we know what book that is from? Lucas, our famous diviner of which book in the Bible? Do you know where that verse is?
Is Galatians.
Thank you. Very good. Okay, so that was Galatians 3:16. Okay, so let's go ahead. Sophia, can you kindly read the next verse? Mystery Book, chapter 11, verses 17 to 19, please.
By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that had and did and he that had received the promise offered up his only begotten son, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall the seed be counted, accounting that
Oh, that's good. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Continue.
the God was able to raise him up even from the dead, from whence also he received him in a figure.
Very good. A few small suggestions. In end of verse 18, so it's Isaac. So in English, the English pronunciation, we pronounce both A's, Isaac. And then C be called. Hector, can we hear you? Say something.
What?
Yes, we can hear you. Good, you're there. So we'll call you in a second. Thank you. Good. I'm glad you solved that. All right. So that was called and from whence in a figure. Okay, very good. Let me try that in Portuguese now. Pela fé ofereceu Abraão a Isaque quando foi provado. Sim, aquele que receberá as promessas ofereceu o seu unigênito. Sendo-lhe dito, em Isaque será chamada a tua descendência. Considerou que Deus era poderoso para até dentro os mortos o ressuscitar. E daí também em figura ele o recobrou. Okay, and so once again, this verse is comparing Isaac directly to he's the only begotten son of Abraham, and that he is similar to Christ. Okay, so let's see. That was Sophia. Bernadette, can you kindly read question 5 in English?
What is the synonym for type found in these last verses?
Okay, so I'll give you a hint. In the very last verse, so verse 19, the last verse that Sophia kindly read, what word there is a synonym for type? Lucas, do you remember?
The last two words. A figure.
Excellent. A figure, absolutely right. And received him in a figure, okay? Which is synonym for type. Okay, so that was,
The difference between them here is that Isaac uh, wasn't sacrificed.
He was almost, right?
Almost.
Okay. And in fact, we saw in the last chapter that when we are reintroduced to Isaac, after his wife, Rebecca, is brought all the way by the servant to him, it's the first time we see Isaac since he was offered as a sacrifice. Okay,
Mm,
so it's not an exact parallel, but one was offered and God rejected the sacrifice. The other was offered and God accepted the
accepted.
sacrifice.
Okay.
Excellent. Very good point. All right. So, Hector, welcome. Hector, can you kindly read Genesis 25, verse 1 in English? Slowly.
Then again, Abram took a wife, and her name was Keturah.
Very good. Remember, in the word wife, there's a silent E at the end. And that means instead of whiff, it's wife. So the
Wife.
wife, exactly. So the E tells you I has to be open, not closed. So it's not whiff, it's wife. Very good. All right, let
It
me wife.
is Abram. Abram is
Very,
very
you say it again.
Abram.
Abraham, you said it correctly. Very good. And let me go and get this over here. Sorry, I have to jump to. E Abraão tomou outra mulher e o seu nome era Keturah. Okay, so that was Heitor, very well joined us. Technology is working. Pedro, can you kindly, the order changed a little, but I'll tell you as we go. Pedro, can you kindly read question A in English?
What number wife was Keturah, and was his marrying her biblical?
Okay, so obviously we're asking now about Abraham. So Keturah was what number wife, first of all? How many wives did he have before Keturah?
Excuse me.
Yes, please, Heitor. Okay, I guess that was excuse me because he was leaving. All right, so let's answer the question. How many wives?
I don't know.
All right, let's see. Lucas?
Sarah,
Yeah, okay, Sarah, correct. There's one at least. Anyone else?
If if consider Agar, it will be two before.
Exactly right. Okay. So so in that sense, a woman by whom he had a child, this is now the third wife. Okay, so now,
third.
but tell me though, was it biblical for Abraham to marry Keturah?
It's difficult to say. If Isaac was the only son by the eyes of the Lord, was the son of the promise. So it is controversy.
Okay, but
People confused.
okay, but whoever, but this question isn't about Isaac, it's about Abraham.
Mm,
So Abraham's marrying Keturah. Is it biblical or not?
Okay, I understand now.
Okay.
I don't remember these details of the story.
Okay. But let's think together. What makes it biblical or not? So we know that marrying Hagar was not God's will, correct?
Mm,
Yet that was the tradition in the Jew in that culture at that time. But that was not okay, but that happened. Hagar was then sent away, and Abraham was with his wife. So he no more mistakes. He's with his wife. What happened to Sarah?
She died.
She died. Okay. And when you're a widow, can you remarry?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So yes, marrying Keturah was biblical. All right. So Lucas is up next. So Lucas, can you kindly read Genesis 25:2?
And she bare him Zimran, and Jokshan, and Medan, and Midian, and Ishbak, and Shuan.
Okay, thank you, Lucas. Lucas's English is so good that he even pronounces the Jewish names with a probably the correct English pronunciation. I'm not even sure because, they're not common names, but those sounded perfectly pronounced in English. Truly inspired. Let me see if I can do half as well in Portuguese. Eu dei-lhe à luz Quinrã, Joxã, Medan, Midian, Gisbaque e Suã. Wow.
Ua,
Suá. Thank you.
ua.
Swa. Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Those are different. All right. The first time and the last time I'll ever have to pronounce those in Portuguese.
Yes.
All right. So let's go now to Bernadette. Can you kindly read question B in English?
What is it? Oh, Sophia would like to read.
Okay.
She thinking that
The next one's tough.
it is her time.
Okay, Sophia. Oh, I'm sorry, because the order changed a little, but go ahead.
Mm,
See, Sophia, you go,
yeah.
please. Question B.
At what
It.
age did Abraham father Isaac?
Okay, very good. You pronounced both A's. Congratulations, Isaac. What I just told Heitor, same thing with the word age. You see how there's a silent E? Sophia, can you see? Look at the word age. It has a
Okay.
silent E at the end. And that then tells you that the A is open. So it's not age, it has to be age, open A. Okay, so when you see a silent E at the end, it's often going to have an open vowel sound before. Okay, so who remembers at what age did Abraham father Isaac? Was he a young man?
Nope,
Nope, not at all. How old was he, Lucas? Do you remember?
100 years.
100 years old. Wow. So what do you think if any of the men here had a child, fathered a child at 100 years old, would that be a miracle or what?
A miracle.
Agreed. Okay. So let's go ahead. So now, Bernadette, can you read question C in English?
Keturah, a much younger wife, gave birth to 6 sons. How was the fathering by Abraham possible?
All right, very well pronounced. What do we think?
Mm,
Okay, so Keturah was young and having 6 sons for a young woman. That sounds normal. That sounds good. How did Abraham, after 100 years old, have six more sons?
It's a powerful miracle of God.
Exactly, because for God all is possible. All right, and let's remember, uh, what did God promise Abraham that that made it necessary for Abraham to have more sons? What did God promise Abraham that made it necessary, God's will, for Abraham to have more sons?
Because God promised a one son.
Okay, but is that all he promised? Go ahead, go ahead.
And God made that Abraham had the son with 100 years. And so that was the promise of God, was one son, but it endured, it lasted for more sons, 6 sons with Keturah.
Okay, but why? Why did God will that Abraham had to have more sons?
This I don't know.
He would be the father of a great nation,
Many nations.
many nations.
Absolutely correct, Bernadette. God told Abraham he would be the father of many nations. All right, does anyone want to guess what chapter is that promise from? What earlier chapter? I think Lucas is studying. What earlier chapter does God make that promise? Say it again, Sophia. Oh, Lucas, which?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's chapter 17, verse 4. All right, where God's promised Abraham he would be the father of many nations. Okay, so Eitor, can you kindly read Genesis 25, verses 3 to 4? Nice and slow, please.
And Joktan begged Sheba and Dedan and Tisons and Dedan were Surim and Letus and Leumin and Tisons of Midian, Ephah, and Epher, and Henosh, Henosh and Abida, and Elda, all these were the children of Keturah.
Excellent job. A lot of tough words there. There's there's one word that you mispronounced twice, and it's the past tense, third person plural of the verb to be, and it's not where, it's were. I'll say so. All these were the children of Keturah. Okay, so here's an exception. There's an e at the end of that word, but it's not we're. Okay, so English is full of exceptions, but it's were the children of Keturah. Very good. So let me try this in Portuguese. E, Joxã gerou Seba e Dedã, e os filhos de Dedã foram Assorim, Letusim e Leumim. Os filhos de Midian foram Éfer, Enoque, Abida e Elda. Estes todos foram filhos de Keturah. All right, more difficult names, but let's see what is of interest here. So, Pedro, can you kindly read question D in English?
Of the 6 sons, which is a recognizable national group?
All right, so a couple of suggestions. It's recognizable. So the emphasis is recognizable. And
Recognize.
and the same thing with national. The emphasis is a little up front. So it's national.
National.
Okay. So looking at those 6 sons, uh, which son turned into a recognizable national group? All right, that we know from reading our Bible. Oh, that name sounds familiar. Which one of those names sounds familiar? Any guesses?
Median.
Yes. Okay, and what are the people from Median called?
The Midianites.
Excellent. Thank you, Pedro. Okay, so the Midianites. And then let's see, that was Pedro. So Lucas, can you kindly read question E in English?
With which ethnic group did the other sons lines likely mix?
Very well pronounced. Okay, so now notice this slightly more complicated question in English, uh, and see how the preposition because is you start the question with which, because you wouldn't go which ethnic group did the other likely sons did the other sons lines likely mix with. All right, that would be kind of like a normal order. But when you ask a question, boom, sometimes that goes right up into the front. Of which, to whom, with which. Okay, so that just wanted to give you an example in English. That preposition goes all the way to the front. So let's answer the question now. So there's five other sons, and which one ethnic group did the other sons likely mix with? Now, Abraham was the father of many nations, right? He wasn't just the father of Israel. What were the other nations? What in general is the name of the other nations he fathered?
I think the more the more probably is that this group is the Arabs.
The who?
The Arabs.
The Arabs. Exactly right.
Arabs.
Okay, that's exactly the answer I was looking for. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so let's think together. The Arabs descended from what other major biblical figures? The Arabs.
Ishmael.
Ishmael is the first one. Excellent, Lucas. Okay, Ishmael is definitely a troublemaker, right? So that the Arabs descended from Ishmael, they caused the Jews a lot of trouble. Who else can we think of that were definitely not Jewish and became troublesome for the Jews? Who else? Other descendants from whom? So Ishmael is one. I'm thinking of two more. How about Abraham's nephew?
Esau. How is it in English? I know in Portuguese is Esau, but in English.
Okay, but that's I think well, is that your Esau? I
Okay.
think Esau, but that's definitely one. But wait a sec, who was Abraham's nephew with whom he graciously
Lot.
said, "You take the best lands"?
Lot.
Lot. Okay. So we believe then the Arabs also descended from Ishmael, Lot, and Esau.
Um,
Okay, so those other sons of Isaac probably all mixed in with that. All right, so that was Lucas. So up to Sophia. Sophia, can you read Genesis 25:5, please?
And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac.
Beautifully pronounced, thank you. Porém, Abraão deu tudo o que tinha a Isaac. Well, look at that. Okay, so Bernadette, can you kindly read question F in English? Question F.
F. Why did he do this?
Yeah, that sounds very English, right? You give everything to one son. Usually it's called primogeniture to the oldest son and nothing to the others? That's so mean. Was it mean or was it biblical? Hmm. What do we think? Was it biblical that Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac? I think, Pedro, you already answered this question before. Isaac is, what is he
The,
called? Which son? What son
The
is
son
Isaac?
of the promise.
There you go, Bernadette. He's son of promise. Okay,
Of
so
promise.
God said, Ishmael, might have come first. He's not the promised son. He's not the son of promise going forward.
From
And neither are these others. And so God's will was Isaac. The others have their own purposes in God's will to make many nations, but Abraham didn't need to support them for them to go ahead and do that. Okay, so that was so Heitor, can you kindly read Genesis 25, verse 6, please? You have to there you go, unmute. Perfect.
What? Genesis 25.
25, 6.
But unto the sons of the covenants with Abraham, his Abraham gave gifts and set them while from Isaac, his son, will lived eastward und the east country.
Okay. There's a long word in the first line, son of concubines. So when it's a long word, we have to go something concubines, which Abraham had.
by
And the second line sent them away from Isaac, his son, while he yet lived. Okay, very good. A lot of words in that one. Let me try that in. Mas os filhos das concubinas que Abraão tinha, deu Abraão presentes e, vivendo ele ainda, despediu-os do seu filho Isaque, enviando-os ao oriente para a terra oriental. Okay, so Pedro, can you kindly read question G in English?
Why is Keturah called a concubine?
All right, yeah. Didn't we just say earlier that she was like pretty much a wife? Why is she called a concubine?
I don't know, wasn't their marriage biblical?
Yeah, it's true. It might have been a tradition, but
Uh,
true. It's true. She was not technically a wife. It doesn't say that they married, correct? And
mhm.
so yes. And so she's not the mother of the son of promise.
Okay.
Okay, but
I think
yes, Pedro.
I've read it in a book that it's probably that the in the culture of the time, the concubine, the sons of the concubine had no part in the in the here
In
inheritance.
inheritance. Very good.
Inherit.
You're okay.
So only the
Yeah.
sons,
Herança.
only the son of the wife,
Mm-hmm.
had part in the inheritance.
Okay. Okay. So, true. But while, but still, I mean, and I was a little confused. Keturah apparently did marry after Sarah's death. I think we have to assume that Abraham and Keturah married, and so that she was officially a wife. But she's called a concubine because she's not the mother of the son of promise. Okay, so God chooses words sometimes interesting. Technically, she was a wife, but in God's view, she was a concubine, fulfilling God's will, but at the same time, not the mother of promise. Okay, so Lucas, can you kindly read question H in English?
Who else was called Abraham's concubine?
Okay, who else? Do you know, Lucas?
Hagar.
Exactly right. Okay, so she was also called a concubine. And in that case, it's unlikely they formally married. Not right. We know they didn't marry.
The desert.
They followed Jewish tradition, but they did not formally marry because Abraham was married to Sarah. So there we are. Okay, so Sophia, can you kindly read question I in English?
And sending, sending the sons eastward confirms what ethnic group they likely matched with.
Mixed with.
Mixed.
Mixed.
Mixed. Very good. Okay, so looking back at the verse once again, and so the end of verse 6, it says, while he yet, so Abraham gave gifts and sent them away from Isaac his son while he yet lived, eastward unto the east country. Okay, so sending these sons eastward confirms what ethnic group they likely mixed with. What's east of Israel?
The the Arabic.
Exactly right. Right now, today we think of Arabia as where Saudi Arabia is.
In Arabia.
Okay. So, but we know that Jordan is directly east of Israel, and the area in general then can be called Arabia because there weren't the divisions that we have today. So yes, yet again, just to show, yes, where we guessed where the five sons, where the sons of Keturah, what lines they mixed with the Arabians. All right, because they went eastward. So this is a confirmation. Okay, so Heitor. Oh no, sorry, it's Bernadette. Bernadette, can you read Genesis 25:7 in English, please?
And these are the days of the years of Abraham's life, which he lived, 160 years.
Beautifully pronounced. Thank you. And esses, pois, são os dias dos anos da vida de Abraão, que viveu 175 anos. Uh-oh. You know what? The Portuguese makes answering question J's super easy. But Heitor, Heitor, can you read question J, please?
How old was Abraham? He did.
All right. When he died. Very good.
Died.
When he died.
100.
Okay. Excellent. All right, so let's go back to the English. So how can you tell what's 100, 3 score and 15? Lucas, how can I figure out 100, 3 score and 15? What numbers do I add up to get to the correct number? 100, 3 score and 15 years. Well, we have 100. We know how many, so 100 is 100. But what does 3 score mean?
It's 60.
60. Correct. All right. So your math was good. 175 minus 100 minus 15 is 60. So if it's 3 score, then how many years is a score of years?
Is 20.
Correct.
Years.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So just for you to know, Abraham Lincoln, our famous president during the Civil War, he used the same in his famous address after the Battle of Gettysburg. He used that same phrase, three score and I forget how many years. So he knew his Bible very well. And so he used this biblical term, three score and dot dot dot, for how many years the Civil War were after the Declaration of Independence. Okay, very good. We're just about at the hour. Any questions in English before we stop the recording? Any questions or comments in English?
No.
All's good in English? All right, then. Thank you for watching tonight's recording. God bless you.